Hey everyone, it's Orange. Welcome to Path to Decency episode 48, the 1-year edition of Path to Decency. I've been doing YouTube for a whole year. We're on episode 48. There are 52 plus a little bit weeks in a year. I haven't done an episode every single week, but for the most part I've been pretty consistent, especially with my channel overall. So I guess this is a little celebration, woo, that I was able to consistently do YouTube for a year, I guess. It never really was like a decision that I had to keep pushing myself to do because it's fun, so I always do my episodes, it's no big deal. So yay, I don't know. It's kind of cool to look back and be like, we've been doing this for a year, guys. It's pretty awesome. So, for everyone that's been there from the beginning or close to the beginning, thank you guys for sticking around. I'm glad you all are enjoying my Path to Decency series. So, without further ado, let's continue on with this episode. I'm just going to go through things in chronological order. At the end of the last episode, I told you guys how I needed to catch up on my Christmas stockings. I guess the event is gone, but I was able to catch up on quite a few. I don't remember how much I've ended the episode off with, but I managed to get about 96 out of 100 stockings, I think. I farmed Giant Speed 10 for about 6 hours with 1-minute runs, and I was able to get quite a few stockings. I did end up getting 5 light and dark pieces and 1 water scroll from those, so that was pretty cool. For all of you guys who are complaining about the stocking rate, just farm your ass off. That's how you get stockings. I don't think there's a problem with them. I just mismanaged and did too much R5 and didn't farm giants. So that was that. Next on the list, we finished G1 in Guild Wars. I don't think I took a screenshot of it because I had planned on doing this video a couple days ago, but it's Sunday, so I don't have a screenshot of that G1 finish, but Guild Wars is very RNG where we finish. I kind of feel like it's just a 1/3 chance of either G1, G2, or G3, which kind of sucks. I will show you the recent finish. I'm sure you guys can tell by the title, but it's kind of a big deal. After that, I believe I finished Conqueror 3 in Arena. Yeah, this was the video that I did on my channel, and this week I have something new planned that I will talk about in a second because I am looking to push Guardian 1 today, actually. We'll see how that goes. Next on the list, after I finished C3, I bought the Devilmon from the Glory Shop and put that on my Ganymede. I told you guys I have been working on him just because he's a Nat 5. I think he has priority for getting skill ups, so I put that on him, and then I also got one from the dice event. I did finish out that dice event, so he's fully skilled up. I did rune him. I didn't really have a complete plan going into free rune removal with how I wanted to build him. I knew I wanted to make him violent and a support, but I wasn't really sure about speed tuning. Like, do I want him to go before Theo or after Theo? I think before would make the most sense. That way you can put something's skills on cooldown, like reset a Perno or something, and then your Theo moves, and then, you know, if your Theo gets popped and he has Endure up, then you can move before him to refresh that. So I did make him faster than Theo. We can talk about that a little later on in the list when we get to free rune removal. So he is fully Devilmond, and here are his runes: speed, defense, HP. He just had an okay build. I had considered using him in live arena where defense is quite strong, so I was okay with doing that on him. Next on the list, I bought the next upgrade of the Flag of Attack for Guild Wars. These things are getting pretty expensive. I do think the best method right now is just to buy them evenly, because I do think I use all of these stats in Guild Wars. Next, for the dice event, I pretty much finished it, but I'm still doing it every single day to get rewards, because it can give you some good stuff, minus the EXP boosters. I just hate how it gives me so many EXP boosters. I'm waiting to redeem this one till very late because I want it to be in my inbox for a while. I already have some EXP boosters in my inbox that I kind of want to use maybe, or I do want to use, yes. So I'm waiting to redeem that, and I'm just rolling the dice away every day. I already got the Devilmon and put that on Ganymede. Next, for my Devilmon priorities, I'm going to continue skilling up my Lucians because I think it's important to do that. It just gives them that much more percentage to win every fight. So on free rune removal, I think last episode I told you guys I was going to switch my Lucian's runes, which I did do. So this Lucian would have ended up having skill ups first. He only needs one more, and the other one needs 4 more. We had free rune removal come up, so the main 2 things I worked on were my G1 defense. I talked about heavily in my past Conqueror 3 Rush Hour video, my last week's finish. So in the last week I did do a Rush Hour video, and in that I talked about how I thought building a double Rina defense would pretty much guarantee me G1 every single week. The problem is I don't have another Rina, and I do not have skill ups on my current one, or the one that I would potentially get if I got another one. And I think they really need skill ups because of the heal and the shield amount. So what I have had planned on doing, sort of, that I did go ahead and go through with, I 6-starred 2 new monsters this week, Rina and Talc. So I did the math on Talc, and I think if you want to double Lucian him, your cards are going to have to hit more than like 9.3k. Let me redo the math here real quick. 35,757 plus 10,875 divided by 5. Yeah, so your cards are going to have to hit 9,326k each if you want to ignore Talc's passive. So I figure that's good enough for this ranking. I don't know what people are hitting. What I did try to do with this, I set this defense for about 5 hours earlier. The defense that I set was Chloe, Talc, Rina, Freya, and it didn't do too well. I got knocked back down to rank 7,000. I checked the log and it didn't even have any successfuls or anything like that. My current defense at the moment, the Vero, Veligul, Ritesh, Freya one, it's doing okay. It gets some successfuls here and there. So I'm keeping that defense on, and I'm really debating switching to the Talc one for like the last 10 minutes or so. I'm going to show all of these off probably in the January rune video, depending on how this goes today. We'll see. The other really big thing that I worked on for free rune removal was my R5 team. I kind of worked on my YOLO team, I guess we could say. Let me show you guys what team that is. This team right here, so I can use the Fire Panda or Hua as the leader. I do think this team can do very well if I have Darien instead of the Fire Panda, but most of the time I need him as leader, and I kind of think that to run more of a team like this, you need to have guild members or, you know, reliable friends who raid with you. I don't think it'll work that well in public raids, unless it's just me, unless it's my runes. I do think my runes aren't really quite there yet. If you look at my Lisa, I just think she's too slow and she doesn't have enough resist to be able to cleanse enough, to heal enough and stuff like that. Even my healers, I think they could probably use some more speed to really be at that point where this whole team can work out. So I'll probably end up switching back to my original R5 team for the time being. The runes did change. I think they changed for the worse, but I think they'll be okay. So maybe if I end up running with some guild members, we can have some pretty fast times with that new team. When I leveled up Talc and Rina, I used 2 12-hour EXP boosters to do that, and I'm really low on fodder. I told you guys how a thing that I like to do is I always like to keep a lot of fodder in storage to make 6 stars which happened because I pretty much just pulled the trigger really quick on this whole Talc and Rina thing to get it going because it was a very last minute decision. I figured it's better to make a decision and try something new to see how it goes rather than keep doing the same thing because like I said, I've had like 4 weeks of consistent data and my current defense is just not good enough to get Guardian 1. So I think this is, the proper thing to do to go through with that defense, rune it up, see how it goes. So I need to get more fodder. This week I will probably end up using some of the EXP boosters that I got from the DICE event to make more fodder and just have that in storage. The biggest thing that happened this week, aside from passing the 1 year of YouTube milestone, is that my guild finished rank 9 in Guild Wars. Yes, we had a top 10 finish. That was freaking awesome. It was super easy. We had no tough fights. We fought no guilds that were any good at all. Guild Wars, like I said, is very crazy. It's just RNG. To be honest, I do think it's just a 1/3 chance that we finish in G3, G2, or G1 at this point. So I guess that was cool. Maybe I shouldn't be so happy because it's so random. But yeah, I don't know. Cool. Awesome. Woo, I guess. So that was it for this episode and everything that happened this week. Keep a lookout for if I manage to hit G1 tonight, and also keep a lookout for the January 2017 Rune video because I did make some changes pretty much to everything, and we will see how things go. Free rune removal for me is kind of like a week-long process. I gotta start kind of early planning out what I'm doing. I re-rune a bunch of stuff and do the majority of the work on free rune removal, and then the couple days following, I still make a lot of changes because I do have a lot of mana. I had to power up a lot of runes, so my mana did drop down. I think I was at 12,000 mana or something, maybe like 11,000. So yeah, I'll probably still be working on it depending on how Rina and Talc go. I did have to de-rune my Ramagos for them, and I rely heavily on Ramagos for Guild Wars, so I might just rune him back up, I don't know, depending on how tonight goes. So we will see. That was the end of the episode, aside from the summons, so here we go. 19 mysticals, let's get going here. We can try to get, or we can hope that we get a Rina or some fusion materials for a JoJo and Rina skillups. I think that's about all that I'm really looking for. Or another fire mummy, I think. Wow, what was that? Oh, I didn't even see what that was. I did not recognize the name. Okay, no lightning yet. Let's get a lightning, please. One lightning. Nope. Guess it's not happening. Oh, here we go. Lightning. Soha, or not a Soha. Shihua, cool. I can use that as a skill up on my Shihua, I believe. Yeah, pretty sure I can. I think that's safe to do that. Fire scroll, no lightning. Amazon, water scroll, here we go, last one. No lightning, and a magical archer. So, I think we just got one skill up. Let's go ahead and put it on Shihua to see how it goes. Okay, here we go. Yes, I'm sure. Phantom Light, I think that's her first skill. I believe my Shihua already had her... Oh, okay, the third skill. Cool, so we just got more damage. Yeah, I think that's fine. Cool, so that was the end of Path to Decency episode 48. Hope you guys enjoyed. I will catch you guys later.